last major battle, but I am playing it conservative here. Safe and conservative is usually the way you want to play, and never overextend yourself. If you feel like if you have the advantage, just play safe and conservative, and eventually the victory should be yours. Now you guys can see on the minimap, there is an expansion over at that 8 o'clock position. So I do have a warp prism out. I was thinking about moving over there and dropping some temps at that base, but there aren't any drones there to really storm yet. So I'm going to send my warp prism out to the west and see if I can drop off something at the main base instead. And that zealot right there is actually a zealot I could not select. That's always a telltale sign that if it's moving around and you can't select it, then that is a changeling, so I quickly dispatched that. Also macroing a base at the 3 o'clock position. And here we go, moving in with this warp prism. I'm going to try to drop off temps, and keep in mind I have researched the amulet at the Templar Archives, which means if I warp in High Templar right now, they will have enough energy to Psystorm right away. And here we go, deploying the pylon power, warping in 2 Templars. Unfortunately, not as much drones as I had hoped, but I do get off 2 storms over the entire mineral line, killing off about 7 drones. And every little bit helps. And unfortunately, if you guys saw the minimap, the phase prism picked up the Templars, but then proceeded to die to the Hydras. And my army here is nearing maximum here, almost at 200. 176 out of 180. And of course, 2,200 minerals, but only 400 gas in the bank right now. Just showing you guys how good this build can be, but how gas dependent it truly is. And as you guys can see on the minimap, pushing into that 9 o'clock position yet again and taking out that hatchery with little to no resistance from my opponent. My opponent hasn't even moved out with his Hydras at all. I'm going to go ahead and take out this 8 o'clock position now. There weren't even any drones for me to kill. And oh no, a Nidus Worm coming up inside my main base. This is not something I expected. So my opponent here is going straight for my production facility, going straight for my gateways. And seeing as how all my forces were already outside of my base, I've decided to just go in and just take out my opponent's bases as well. So we're both going eye for an eye here, taking out each other's bases. Banelings rolling around inside my main base. So it looks like all of my gateways are going to go down, but at the same time, all of my opponent's income, hatcheries, and tech buildings are going to go down as well. And I've just got a massive ball of Archons supported with Zealots. This is a very, very intimidating force for any Zerg player to face. You guys can see in the top right hand corner I'm actually under supply right now. But I do have, thankfully, a second base up and running here at the 9 o'clock position, and I'm actually going to grab another Nexus up here as well. And seeing as how I've got observers all over the map, I know my opponent doesn't have an expansion anywhere else unless it's all the way at the bottom right, the only place I haven't looked yet. The island expansion, although I highly doubt it. So I am at an advantage here because although we've taken out each other's bases, I still have income coming in from the 9 o'clock, and I was spamming pylons there, seeing as how I'm under supply right now. And as you guys can see, my entire main base has been destroyed. There's nothing left, and I'm seriously under pylon power. I need a lot of pylons, hence why I've spammed a bunch of pylons up there. And here we go. This could be the big clash to determine who's going to win the game. I'm trying to get a force field up on that ramp so that those Hydras can't get up the ramp. But unfortunately, my sentry was too far in the back.
Base is under attack.
And now spamming gateways.
Base is under attack.
And here we go, moving in with my forces, this time making sure that my sentry is in the front so it can get that force field off right away and not allow those units to retreat. And here we go, all those banelings exploding but not really doing that much damage, and the Psy Storm returning the favor to the Hydras, and my opponent calls GG. So he had a lot less forces than I originally thought. But that showed you guys the power of a late game Protoss build versus Zerg, so I hope you guys enjoyed that. And that's it for me for game number 23. Look forward next game to a pro replay. Thanks a lot, guys.